The History of Barbie. Let me tell you a story about the birth of a girl named Barbie who was born in Willows, Wisconsin on March 9, 1959. Her full name was Barbara Millicent Roberts, but they called her Barbie. During the 1950s, Ruth Handler used to watch her daughter Barbara play with paper dolls and noticed that she often enjoyed giving them different adult roles. As you can see, in the 1950s, the paper dolls were curvy women with lots of beautiful clothes. So really, in a sense, this was the first Barbie-like doll, but only made out of paper. In those days, little girls pretended to be mothers while playing with baby dolls, which were all they had at that time. Ruth realized that there was a gap in the market for little girls to have dolls to play with. So Ruth suggested the idea of an adult-bodied doll to her husband. Elliot, along with Ruth, were co-founders of the Mattel Toy Company, but he was not enthused about the idea. Then in 1956, Ruth, Elliot, and their children Barbara and Kenneth took a trip to Europe. During this time, Ruth came across a German toy doll called Bild Lilli. Ruth discovered Lilli while shopping in Switzerland. The adult figured doll was exactly what she had in mind, so she purchased 3 of them and she brought the dolls home. She gave one to her daughter Barbara to play with and she took the others back to Mattel. The Lilli doll was based on a popular character that appeared in a comic strip drawn by Reinhard Buethen for the newspaper Bild. Lilli was a blonde bombshell, a working girl who knew what she wanted and was not above using men to get it. The Lilli doll was first sold in Germany in 1955. It was initially sold to adult males, in smoke shops as an escort doll and given as a gag gift. Later it became popular with children who enjoyed dressing her up in outfits that were available separately. Upon her return to the United States and back to her small company Mattel, Ruth was inspired to create an adult doll for little girls. Ruth redesigned the doll with help from an engineer named Jack Ryan, who happened to be married to his own Barbie, the 1950s actress Zsa Zsa Gabor. Ruth had Jack Ryan, an executive of Mattel, purchase the rights for Lilli and negotiate with a company from Tokyo to create a doll like Lilli. The reason for going overseas was to create an inexpensive new doll. American male designers told the handlers that it would be impossible to make such a doll with stylish clothing and accessories for an affordable price. The new doll had a softer look created by the rotation molding process used in the making of the vinyl body. In addition to that, it was a different body. Bud Westmore, who was the makeup czar at Universal Pictures, gave Lilli a complete makeover. He got rid of her bee-stung lips, her heavy eyelashes, and her widow's peak eyebrows, and following these improvements, Jack Ryan modified the doll's joints. Finally, in 1958, Barbie Millicent Roberts was born at 11.5 inches tall and weighing just 11 ounces. The doll was named after Ruth's daughter Barbara. She debuted as a teenage model in a black and white striped swimsuit that came with sunglasses, high heels, and gold-colored hoop earrings. Her body was shapely with a movable head, arms, and legs. Barbie was the first doll in America with an adult body. The doll made its debut at the American International Toy Fair in New York on March 9, 1959. This date is also used as Barbie's official birthday. The first Barbie doll in the black and white striped swimsuit had a signature top-knot ponytail and was available as either a blonde or brunette. The doll was marketed as a teenage fashion model, with her clothes created by Mattel's first fashion designer named Charlotte Johnson. The first Barbie dolls were manufactured in Japan, with their clothes being hand-stitched by Japanese home workers. Between 300,000 to 350,000 Barbie dolls were sold during the first year of production. 2 years later, a man named Louis Marks and Company sued Mattel in March 1961. After licensing Lilli, they claimed that Mattel had infringed on Greiner and Hauser's patent for Bild Lilli's hip joint. They also claimed that Barbie was a direct takeoff and copy of Bild Lilli. The company additionally claimed that Mattel falsely and misleadingly represented itself as having originated the design. Mattel counterclaimed and the case was settled out of court 2 years later in 1963. In 1964, Mattel bought Greiner and Hauser's copyright and patent rights for the Bild Lilli doll for $21,600. Ruth Handler believed that it was important for Barbie to have an adult appearance. Early market research showed that some parents were not happy about the doll's chest, which had distinct breasts. Barbie's appearance has been changed many times, most notably in 1971 when the doll's eyes were adjusted to look forwards rather than having the demure sideways glance of the original model. Mattel was one of the first toy companies to have a marketing strategy with Barbie based extensively on television advertising. That strategy was copied widely by other toy companies. They realized they could easily market to children through television. It is estimated that over 1 billion Barbie dolls have been sold worldwide in over 150 countries. Mattel claimed that 3 Barbie dolls are sold every second. And that is how the first adult-like doll got her start of a very long and ongoing love affair with Barbie by children, adults and collectors around the world.